guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button.
Oh no!